Hello, everyone. All right. We've been waiting 10 months for this. It is now the time to bring in our graduates. But before I do that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for coming out today. If you don't already know, my name is Principal McNee, or as the kids call me, Principal Dave. We are going to have this great evening with awards, speeches, and a lot of photos. So make sure you have your camera empty, because I highly suggest getting it all filled up with great photos of our graduates. All right? So we have a few speeches, but before we do that, I would like to introduce our class of 23, 24 Uchenna Sankofas. Please come on in. And big round of applause from everybody. Jacob. Thank you very much. So without further ado, because we are falling a little bit behind, I would like to bring up Coach John Clara to the stage as our first speaker.
Thank you for joining us this evening for the graduation of the 2024 Uchenna Academy class. As you know, or you don't know, I am the head coach of our regional team. And I always say, I am a basketball coach, but more importantly, my objective with these young men is to teach them life skills. Right, to teach them punctuality, to teach them work ethic, to teach them time management, conflict resolution, social interaction with each other, social interaction with officials, social interaction in games with people watching them, leadership skills, and teach them, conflict resolution, or how to respond in adverse situations, essentially. These are skills that you do on a basketball court, but more importantly, you have to learn, and because they're going to be very valuable in the rest of your life. And, I do teach basketball, and the students have been improving and getting better at it, but for me, what's more important is the life skills that I'm teaching them. Very few will have the opportunity to go on and play basketball at a higher level, unfortunately. It's just the numbers, and you have to understand that. Our year this year was ups and downs. Our team had quite a bit of injuries throughout the year. At one point, we had 5 players for the Platinum Championship at the end of the season, and it was quite a struggle for me as a coach. We never had, or we hardly had, 10 players in practice to go 5-on-5, and it showed. It showed. We struggled because of it. Okay. The other issue we had, unfortunately, as a team is this part of, I said, it's the growing up of these young gentlemen. We had a hard time coming together as a team. We had a hard time being a team and putting our own individual differences aside. And I'm going to use a few adjectives. One of them is acceptance, right? And a few of the individuals had a hard time accepting their role. Not everybody, unfortunately, at the next level or on your team could be the man. Or, if you got to accept your role as a role player. If that's your role on the team, that is your role on the team, and you got to do the best in your ability in order to accept that role. And then there's the willingness. A lot of them understand that they didn't have the skill, but even though they acknowledged they didn't have the skill, we had a lot of morning training sessions that they could attend, and a lot of them didn't have the willingness to come and attend those sessions, right? And then those who attended, it comes down to discipline. You know, we have training sessions still. Our drills go for 4 minutes, and a lot of the kids still have a difficult time in doing the drills for the full 4 minutes, or doing the reps for the appropriate amount of time that they're supposed to be doing it at. They have to understand life is a journey. You're always learning. You're always trying to get better, and you know it's not going to stop. It doesn't matter what age you're at. I'm at the end of my life, essentially, or halfway through it, and I'm still learning. And I still go and get resources in order to get better as a coach, as a motivator for young kids, or for my players, and they have to understand that that process never stops. And it's important that you understand that. But saying all that, we did have our how would I put it? Our joys, or, you know, we have a player, Eliun, who unfortunately got injured at the end of November, at the beginning of the season, but yet still has an opportunity and is going to a Canadian university where his tuition is paid for, right? Right? We have other players who are currently working out for local colleges and other universities, and who are going to continue to have workouts for these colleges and universities. Right? So, as I said, it's a journey. It doesn't stop. It all determines on your will. How bad do you want it, and how much do you want it? Are you willing to come in and do the extra time? Once you're there, what's your discipline? Are you willing to do the drill correctly, or are you going to be diverted and lose focus? It's critical. You got to maintain focus for the duration of the drill, right? But I am proud of this class. They worked hard, they've gotten better, and they will continue to get better. Like I said, life is a journey. Continue to embrace adversity head on and continue to get better. Thank you.
How y'all doing? Thanks for coming out today for this year's 2023-2024 graduation. Let's give the guys another warm round of applause. I'm going to go through each kid or each student athlete and just have a quick talk about them. So the first one is Esteban. So stand up for a quick second, Esteban. Some people call you Esteban, whatever it is, but you know, some guys call you Esta, you know, so they don't get it wrong. And, you know, from we first met in August, I think that you're a little bit intimidated by me. You didn't know what to expect. Your skills were just coming around. And by the end of the year, you know, you were able to make some three-point shots from half court. You were able to go left hand and, you know, compete and be in the scrimmages with the older guys. And you got better academically. You toned down your liveliness sometimes. But it was good to have you here this year. And I'm really proud of you that you're moving on to the next level. You were going from middle school to high school. So, you know, all the best to you, okay? Another clap. Okay, have a seat. Next, we have Raphael. Raphael, you've been a joy to have this year at Uchenna Academy. You're a great kid, a great person. Your work ethic is real high, and I really like your competitiveness. Even though you were in the 8th grade, you had the competitiveness of a kid in high school, and you wanted to get better, and you're always, hey, every time I seen you, how you doing, Coach Rowe? Greeting me. You showed a lot of respect, so you know that where your family, what they've taught you, and where you're from. So you have a bright future ahead of you, and I look to see great things from your future. All right? Good job. All right. Okay, next is Lyndon. Lyndon is a guy that I've known his father from before, and so I seen you play when you're younger, so I've seen you before before you came here. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised that you did come to Uchenna, and even though you were, younger, you showed a lot of promise, a lot of talent, a lot of potential. And like I was telling your folks, I was really proud of you that you saw eventually that it wasn't just about basketball. It was about academic, and it's about personal growth as well. So I saw you go from a young boy to a grown young man. So lots of great things are coming your way in both basketball and academics, and as a future person in the society. So great job. All right, clap them up. All right, next is Belcher. All right, Bell, as we call you. I found you in Chicago, of all places, and I brought you here to develop you in the basketball level, and you had a great mind in terms of academics and what you want to do with your future. You came all the way from Portugal and taught me a little Portuguese, by the way, and we had a great time together. You did your thing for the regional team, but you worked hard, and you're a good part of the puzzle, as I call it. And looking forward to see what the next step is for you, the next journey as you go on to college and do your thing. So proud of you as well. God bless. Okay, next is Dwayne. So Dwayne comes from a side of town that I'm from, in Rexdale, and I know your mom from before, and you're kind of low key, you're kind of humble, and but I felt that we had a good connection this year, and we saw eye to eye, and saw your development with your, you struggled at first with your jump shot, but you're determined to get it better and better each week, each month, and it's becoming a lot better. And you also took care of business academically that you needed to for you to be at this spot that you're in right now to be able to graduate. So, definitely whatever you're looking to do for the future, I'm there to help you. You're a great guy. Your parents brought you up properly, which is important. As they say, you have to have good brought-upsy, you know what I'm saying? And you do. So commend your parents for that. And, great guy. All right, clap him up. All right, next we have Baega. This is your second year here, and, you worked hard. When I first came in to coach starting last year, before I had my full year, I seen you operate and work and go through the paces of coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you're determined to get better. And when the opportunity came and presented itself, that you're ready to, do your thing. And there were some games that you played when some guys weren't around and weren't able, and you stepped up, and Coach John gave you an opportunity, and you hit multiple threes and, had some good highlights and stuff like that. So I'm glad that you worked hard and you stepped up when the opportunity presented itself. and now you're here graduating and moving on to bigger and better things, and all the best for you in the coming years, all right? All right. Next, we have James. James, from the first day I came in, when I was evaluating all the guys that were coming back for the following year, I always had my eye on you because I saw someone that was three parts, you know, a great young man, a potentially really good basketball player, and I saw that you were serious about your academics, right? So I kind of gravitated to you because of that, because that's the kind of guys that I can help and kind of guys that I want to be around. And so I feel that there's an opportunity for you to be able to accomplish big things and get some great post-secondary opportunities. And we spent a lot of time together this year through all the ups and downs, and you went through all of those different times of adversity, times of accomplishments and success. And it's good that you've come to this place where you graduated, and now it's time to move on and get more things done. All right, good job. Next we have Jacob. Jacob, you're that, as we call, that classy guy that, you're about your business and you're very respectful and you're hardworking. I've seen you here many times at 6 o'clock in the morning getting work in and trying to get to that next level. And I know that it'll happen at some point soon. And now you did half of the battle where you graduated, so now you can go to university, right? And now, let's finish it off on the basketball part of things to put it all together. So great job. You've been a really good young man to be around. You're very positive and hardworking, and so congrats on graduating. Next we have Alioune. Alioune comes all the way from Senegal, and when you first came here, you didn't know what to expect. You're raw, you can speak English as much, and you're just trying to get by. And you've totally developed and grown into a really good young man. Basketball-wise, you developed a lot. You've always been very respectful. And then academically in the classroom, for a guy that couldn't really speak English as much, you're one of the better students in the whole school. So I really commend you for your hard work and your focus, and you could tell that your parents also brought you up very well to understand the importance of academics. And if you want to get somewhere, you got to make sure that the academics and the basketball go hand in hand. In a lot of ways, the academics are even higher. So great job this year, and all the best for the future. I know you're going to university in Canada at Santa Fe. One of my former players is going to be your coach. You know what I mean? So great job. All right, clap him up, please. All right, next we have Aiden. Aiden, you came here and didn't know what to expect, didn't know where you're going to fit in. And, you searched and you fought to figure out where you fit in, where you go. And I was glad I was always there to sometimes discipline you and also talk with you and counsel you and mentor you. And we had a good relationship together. We saw each other at a good level. And you definitely matured as the year went on, both basketball-wise, academically, and your character. And great job, and all the best for the future. All right? Next, we have Taekwon, or I like to call you Ty. I'm good with short names. And, I had your brother when I was in my former school, and I've known you since you're a younger guy. And now you embarked on that mission of coming all the way from Bahamas to come to Uchenna. And you also, when you first got here, you didn't know what to expect. and you kind of struggled a little bit. I remember Coach John, when we spoke, we were like, I don't know what's going to happen with Ty because he's so far behind, right? And we told you that, and then you went to work over the course of the year, and midway through the season, you started, and you had a couple of 30-point games, and you started to do very well academically, and you got comfortable, and you started to talk a lot, and know exactly where the house is and where downtown is and where everything was. So you did a great job of, translating to the next level here, the culture, and, doing your thing and getting a place of comfortability and hard work as well. So great job, and the best is yet to come. All right, thanks. And last but not least, we have Homayun. When we first got here, you were on the regional team, and I was coaching the national team, so we didn't interact a lot. But after a little bit short time, then we became really good friends. I like to, for a guy that is like maybe 3 times younger than me, we became good friends. We talked a lot, and you asked questions. I gave you advice. I helped you out in a lot of different ways, and you were very, very friendly and interactive. And I think that based on the character and the life skills that you've learned here, that's going to help you for the next level and your career. So great job, and all the best to you as well. All right, Hameen? Good job. And I feel that it's always a great moment to see all the young men graduate before me. Sometimes they don't always graduate. Sometimes they fall out of school and they go a different way and those kind of things. But you guys stuck with it. You knew what the importance. You guys had great support systems and great families that told you got to stick with it. Some days, school was tough. Some days you didn't want to go to class because you're tired or whatever. But you came back the next day and the next day and the next day, and now we have it in almost June. You guys have graduated, and now you've done that step that everyone needs to do to be able to get an education, a post-secondary, and go from there. So a lot of joy is in my heart for you guys, and I'm always there to help you guys out. I felt that now you guys are part of the family. You guys are part of the Sankofa family and brotherhood, and all the best to you guys for years to come. All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Mandy, and
Hi, Miss Akshaya.
and today we will be giving the teacher's address. So first, I want to just start off with a little story. The last time I gave a speech was in my grade 8 year of middle school, and it was for the Black History Month Assembly. And I always told myself I want to speak at a graduation and be like a valedictorian or something. And the first time I've ever spoke at a graduation is as a teacher. So no matter how big or how small your dreams are, there is a chance that they will come true, okay? First, I would like to say welcome to our graduates, our family members, and our colleagues. We are so proud to be with you here today and be a part of this memorable occasion. We're so excited to watch you guys graduate. Thank you. We're so excited to watch you guys graduate, surrounded by the people who care so deeply for you.
You have put in the work, you have persevered and pushed through rough patches. The results of your hard work and determination are shown today, as one chapter of your life closes and another begins. It's been a pleasure to work with all of you and watch you grow, both academically and as people. You are always going to be special to us, as you are the first class both of us are seeing graduate.
Parents, thank you for all your support. We would not be here today witnessing your boys' success without it. To some, it may seem like just yesterday that they were off to kindergarten. To some, it may seem like an eternity. I know that this year has felt like the days went by so long, but the weeks and the months went by so fast, and you guys have finally made it through the final push. Coaches, we thank you all for your hard work and your commitment. Thank you for working with us and helping us along the way and making those tough decisions for these athletes when we needed you to have our backs the most.
And graduates, thank you for a wonderful year filled with laughter and memories. Thank you for being amazing at Radians and Degrees card games. Thank you for the nomenclature dice games. Thank you for the fun times where we mixed lemon juice with Mentos and cleaned up a big mess afterwards, and much more. Thank you for the many fun but productive evening tutoring sessions, and thank you for all the math and science dad jokes along the way. I hope we can all look back at these memories with fondness.
Just a couple memories that I would like to share as well. I never thought I would have so much fun teaching you guys how to use ChatGPT properly. My first week here, you guys tested me, and I think I passed your test. That was probably my fondest memory of you guys, aside from the fact that I can't look half of you in the face without laughing right now or any other day of the week. So I thank you for making my first year of teaching a memorable one and a very special one. That's still my turn. You will go your separate ways. You are graduates from a post-COVID technological year. You have many challenges to overcome, but also so many opportunities created to do so. And I mean it when I say that if any of you guys end up in the NBA, I want courtside tickets just so that you can tell me I told you so.
You will always be alumni of Uchenna Academy. We want you to remember to work hard and build a support system. Remember that it's okay to lean on people every now and again. And for those of you that took my math class, above all, I want you to remember, never, ever divide by 0. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Good evening, everyone. Dear parents, students, teachers, and our school community. Thank you for joining us tonight in celebrating our 2023-24 class of graduating students and student athletes. Today's a special day. You're graduating from Uchenna Academy, and while some of you may be moving on, your works have left a permanent imprint on our school that will continue to live on. Uchenna Academy was named in honor of Uchenna Odi. Uchenna was a university student when he was involved in a car collision that claimed his life. At his funeral oration, his dad said something that I want to share with you. He said, "As the glow of the descending sun lights up the mountain peak long after the sun itself has sunk behind the hills, so the works of the pure and the good shed light upon the world long after the actors themselves have passed on." Back in 2013, when we first opened our school doors, we thought we had our work cut out for us. We introduced high school curriculum like math and English. We mandated economics. We partnered up with the College Board to introduce the AP curriculum and TMU for some science labs. The formula seemed simple. Teach you the lessons and you guys learn. Little did we know that the most profound lessons would come from you, our students. This year we had a lot of firsts. We introduced uniforms. We entered the OSBA. We received our full USA accreditation. We're also graduating our first grade 8 class. Congratulations, guys. We introduced the Parent Council, who has assisted us with any task we presented. The Parent Council initiated a purchase of a convection oven, raised funds through the Flip Give program, and elevated today's graduation to a whole new level. We never thought a balloon archway on the side here or small graduation tokens would be feasible for us. We would like to extend an infinitely lasting thank you to Jen Kelly, Leanne Gesseron, and Maria Brown for their invaluable support and initiative in establishing a solid foundation, ensuring the success of our school's parent council. Thank you. If we can have a round of applause for the parents. We also finally added an administrative area up there, which means that we finally have designated spaces to do our work. It is the admin area that allowed me to watch you on the court every single day, and here you taught me lessons. You show me that basketball is far more difficult than math or science, or in fact any other subject. In basketball, you have to make split-second decisions. In math, you usually have a minute or two to come up with an answer. In basketball, there are endless plays and sets, endless options, and I know this because there's a set called options that has its own set of options and offense and defense variants. In math, the solution usually has a definite amount of paths to solve it, and as long as I practice the topic, I know I can solve the problem. Math and basketball both require diligence, consistent effort, and patience. However, basketball also requires you to deal with setbacks that sprout at the most inopportune times. Injuries can wipe years of hard work in an instant. Resilience is a must. You taught me that. Basketball also relies on your teammates. In math, as long as I study, I know I'll get a good grade. In basketball, you have to pull up and motivate your teammates, regardless of the number of hours you yourselves have put in. All of you that stand here before me had to navigate the academic pathway with its rigid timelines and word counts, while simultaneously learning to rely on your teammates, thinking before the set has even been played, communicating with each other while the coach, referees, and all the spectators are screaming at you, making decisions that are in sync with everybody else that's on the court at the same time, all while thinking positively, especially after you miss a basket. That's not easy to do. So, Esteban Brown, Raf J. Ihunaegbo, Lyndon Rainford, Belshore Wilmer Ferreira Teixeira de Brito, Dwayne Cummings, Boyega George, James Kelly, Jacob Lefebvre, Aliyun Mboop, Aidan Mercury, Taekwon Williams, and Homayun Yazdani. A big thank you to each one of you for being a part of Uchenna. I want to remind you that as the glow of the descending sun lights up the mountain peak long after the sun itself has sunk behind the hills, so the works of the students shed light upon our school long after you, our dear student athletes, have graduated. Thank you.
Good evening again, everyone. How did we get here? Before I start, I would like to acknowledge a pivotal person in this organization. Like you, many parents, he started out bringing his son and enrolling him into our programs, eventually taking him into our courses that we were offering, and then building this place with us eventually. Mr. Keene, thank you very much. Uchenna Academy was established in 2013. After several years of running a nonprofit, we decided to take it a step further. We felt it needed to stand on its own to provide an educational rigor we felt was needed that we weren't providing with the foundation. From that time, we have seen an expansion of the school take hold. Today is a culmination of that. This year has been a year of, we'll never forget, experiences I've seen and spent with people that I will always be and forever be on the journey with me moving forward. Teachers and coaches, it's been a ride. Uchenna Academy sprouted from the recognition that athletics and academics should be forever intertwined to support the multifaceted, holistic development of students and student athletes like yourselves. This year, working with you all has shown us, without a doubt, how academics and athletics can be integrated to nurture our student athletes. Your works extend far beyond the classroom and the basketball court, and it is the relationship between the two that are delicate to and also enriching as we continue to grow. Parents, thank you. Your sons have been pioneers, but you are the ones that believed in us to teach them, and I thank you again. To educate and develop your sons for the last 10 months. Seems like 2 years. It has been my honor to be their principal. Thank you. Students, you know this is true. I'm watching you. Whether it was yesterday, today, or far in the future. You guys, and you remind me of myself when I was younger in high school. Like you, I had like-minded friends and great teachers. And I reflect on my time when I was a student. I hope you can say the same in the future and on your journey. With what you've done, though, something that I know that I could never do. For those who are living at the residence, my hat goes off to you. You guys were there for 10 months, and you guys lived with each other, and to be quite honest, you guys did a great job. And even for those who are not at the residence, to you, you guys did a fantastic job, even though we had to send emails to your parents one time or another. Whether you are living at the residence or traveling distances to come here, you have done something that I failed to do, which was take the courage to put yourselves in a program that tests your limits on a daily basis. The demand you put on yourself to work harder, to succeed in the classroom and on the court. This is something that you should never, ever, ever, ever take for granted. However, the job is not done. We still have 1 week left, which means exams. Oh, Belshore, keep that chin up. Keep that chin up. We have 1 more week, and that means that the school year is not done. This week, though, is important, not only to say that I'm finished and to say that I graduate, but to say that you have accomplished and completed the end of this journey. You have been able to accomplish what no other generation has done: to win, to lose, to laugh, and for some, like me, to cry out loud or to cry out of a time of colossal change. You have ridden the storm. Use the last 10 months as a moment to reflect, to guide you on the future journey to come. In the last 6 years, I would say, we have taken this building, this glass house, and turned it into Uchenna Academy. Countless amounts of people have contributed to this moment, including yourselves. We know the journey is not over as we move on into 2024, or the rest of 2024 and 2025. We know some of you will move on, some of you will stay, and some of you will join us as parents and student athletes. I will use the next 10 months to use it as a guide in the future endeavors at Uchenna Academy. Graduates, you may move on, but you are forever an alumni with us, and the doors at Uchenna Academy will always be open to you. Thank you very much. Okay, we move on. We'd like to actually move on to the diplomas. But before we actually do that, I think we're going to actually move on to we're moving on to diplomas. Yeah, wow, that's awesome. You guys ready? Okay, so I'm going to call you guys out, and once I call you out, please approach the stage, all right? Esteban Brown. You shake everyone's hand first. Give him the Uchenna shake. There you go. And this is yours. Let me open it up for you. Here you go. All right, and then let's take a photo here. Raf J, come on up. Good job. There you go. Lyndon, please approach the stage. Belshore. I like those sunglasses. Dwayne. Mr. Boyega. James Kelly. Jacob. Alayun. Aiden. Taekwon. Last but not least, Homayun. Please give another round of applause for our 23-24 graduates, Uchenna Academy Sankofas. Now, before I go, and I redirect the stage to our academic director, something that we were talking about as a keepsake, something that has been put into motion by Miss Brown over here. Thank you very much. This is something that you will take with you. First ever Uchenna pin. Something that we want you guys to hold on to and cherish. A little thing, but it's a huge thing for us. So again, congratulations to you.
So just before, we do have some prizes or some awards to give away as well, but just before we start with the awards, we're going to ask one of our award recipients from last year, our Uchenna alumni, Ryan Malay, to come up and say a few words. So Ryan, please come up.
Hello, parents, students, graduates, teachers, coaches, Dave, and Claudia. I'd like to thank you for letting me speak this fine evening. This beautiful sport we call basketball is what has brought us together tonight. Whether we play it to look cool, play it as therapy, or play it out of pure joy, we can agree this sport teaches us metaphors we can apply to life. A major lesson basketball teaches us is that with effort, practice, and focus, your goals may be achieved. Or as Coach John likes to say, the effort you put in is what you get out. Uchenna Academy has allowed me to grow not only as a basketball player, but as a young man. And to Dave, Claudia, and Coach John, I'm grateful for people like yourselves. Uchenna's environment has taught me tools to deal with issues beyond imagination. With the death of my friend as a result of gang violence in British Columbia in 2022, unsure if I wanted to continue school and basketball, it was you three that helped me through an unimaginable event, assisting me, helping me later get accepted into Seneca Polytechnic and playing for their varsity basketball program. For that, I'm grateful. Thank you. Uchenna has taught me to use basketball as a stress reliever, rather than view it as a stressor. Hopefully everyone in this room may find a healthy alternative that helps them, just as basketball helps me. To my former teammates, I hope all goes well in your athletics, as well as other endeavors that you follow in the future. It was a pleasure watching you all grow as athletes and young men. To the graduates, I wish you the best in any path you choose, for you are the next leaders in society. When faced with predicaments, may you remember the lessons learned here and through this sport in order to persevere and come out the storm stronger than you entered. Basketball is a sport that can create a lot, and with that, take a lot as well. It teaches us great life lessons, and hopefully everyone in this room may transfer them to other aspects in life off the court. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. And there was actually something else that we wanted to announce to you, Ryan. With our partnership with the QSLA Foundation, which has been established to provide scholarships and bursaries to those qualified donees or recipients, we'd like to let Ryan know he's the first recipient of this prestigious award. So Ryan, come on up. This will help pay for some of his fees at post-secondary. Good job. You're good. Yeah. Okay, so now we're actually going to be moving on to the awards. And the first person I'd like to bring up to the stage is Mr. Howard. Pierre Howard, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations again, graduates. As you know, I'm often giving you students quotes or try to offer some advice. And one of them may have been the KISS method. The KISS method is keep it simple, silly. So I'm gonna keep it simple, very short and simple up here. I'm giving an award. This award is called Academic Excellence. That means you are excelling. That means you're superior. You're stepping above the others. And I really appreciate this award because I feel like these students, their effort, their desires, their passion, everything is almost like it's more than 110%. I can't even define it. And that's the kind of students I appreciate in classrooms. Those kind of students that really try to excel because it's about life. And I feel with academics, as the coach was saying, they mentioned earlier, you all have a potential. You have a bright future. There's a direction that you're going and you don't even see yet. This is just a small part of your life being here in high school. Coach mentioned that, Coach John mentioned that this is life, and life is learning, and it's a journey that you're going on, which makes me lead to the quote that I've told you before, that I also learned and often tell my students when I was in high school is life is an everlasting journey of learning. So remember that, constantly learn. Every day you can learn something. Every day there might be something new that you may learn, but there's always something that's gonna be learned out in this beautiful, wonderful world. So I wanna state, first, we're gonna talk about the juniors first. This young man, again, always definitely wants to excel in class, always, he said he needs 100%, no matter what, and I think we all know who this gentleman is, so I want you all to give him a wonderful applause because academic excellence, not to say it's more than important than basketball, but that's what y'all should be aiming for, okay? So please, everyone in this building, give this guy a wonderful applaud. Raphael Jr. Yours. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. Maybe. Right here? Now, this gentleman, I know him. And some of you I've taught, some of you I haven't, but I have not taught this gentleman, so maybe you might know which one this is. But this gentleman, oh man, I know he definitely the same thing, just like Raphael, trying to excel, definitely trying to excel. Now, just because his trophy's bigger than yours, Raphael, does not mean that he's better than you, okay? But it does mean that you're special. And this goes to Boega George. Please, everyone, give him a round of applause. Before I go, you all want to make money. That's what you want to do. You want to get a job. But what we say is, in my fraternity, when we go to school, we're in college, we say we're scholars making dollars. You're all on that path. Be scholars making dollars. Focus on this too, okay? Physical is good too, basketball is good, but focus on this too. Remember that, all right? Next up, we have the other awards. Thank you.
So next batch of awards goes to, we had 3 teams this year, a junior, a regional, and a national team. And each team exhibited different qualities and showed a different strength. So we felt it necessary to provide an athlete of a team or the year for each team. So the first person I'd like to bring to the stage is John.
This particular individual arrived in Canada in mid-September to late September. He was the heart of our team until it went down with an injury, a season-ending injury, unfortunately, but he's on his way to full recovery. We dearly missed him on the court, but he was always at our games to provide support in other ways. Alayun.
This next award will be handed out by Roe Russell.
All right, thank you. So this award is not only for basketball as a player and your exploits and your achievements and your talent, but also academics. And so when they were asking me of who would be the student athlete of the year, this person came to my mind first right away because he exemplifies both very well, and he has more work to do. But at this point, he's serious about basketball in terms of training and competing and want to do the best he can. And he's also very focused on his academics as well. So no further ado, I'd like to present this award to James Kelly. Okay, for our next award for our junior guys, our guys that were in anywhere from grade 7th grade to the 10th grade. And again, if it's just basketball, it might be someone else, but it's very important if you're trying to go to college or wherever, you have to have both. They go hand in hand, academics and athletic. And some guys got better as the year went on and got to a certain level, but this young man from day one, he established himself as a high-level student and worked his butt off basketball-wise and portrayed a lot of confidence to go with it as well. So I'd like to present this award, student athlete for the junior prep guys, to Raphael Jr.
Okay, we actually have one more award to hand out. And this one is a special one, and we've given it out ever since we've done graduations. And this is actually on behalf of Mr. Keene. But before you come up, the reason why we handed this one out, before, obviously talking about the hard work, and it's on the other side, and I didn't bring it, but when we were doing the construction on this, building, we came across this massive wrench, and it's at least 100 years old, and it kind of exemplifies the hard work that went into building this facility. So without further ado, Mr. Keene, can you come on up?
Thank you. I'd like to call it the 2024 Ricardo Keene Award winner, Alioun. Come over here, young man. Congratulations, Alioun. You weren't just a leader on the court, but you were also a great leader off the court. When you were injured, down and out, you still showed great leadership. Congratulations, the 2024 award winner, Alioun.
Thank you. So, it is now, we're a little bit behind. We were supposed to finish off at 7:40, but that's okay. I'd like to close this off by saying it has been I can't express more than saying that this was one of the most intriguing years I've been a principal here at Uchenna Academy. These students here have exemplified and shown tremendous strength, and I don't think you guys realize what you guys have done for yourself. And so use this day and use this last 10 months to move forward and use it as a stepping stone. So I'd like to thank all the parents, students, relatives for showing up today, and I appreciate your time, and I'd like to speak on behalf of the faculty. Thank you very much, and bingo, thank you. Oh, can you guys stand up? We got one more thing. Camera guys, everyone stand up. On the count of 3, this is how we finish off a graduation. Parents, you only get it once. No, don't take it off, don't take it off, put it back on. On the count of 3, grab your hat and you're gonna go like this, all right? As high as you can, all right? Just throw it up there. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you. Desserts over here, everybody. Grab the hats and grab the tassels. No. You guys can walk around. Can I get all the graduates to the stage, please?
What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep mountains, and there are doors that we can't walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can you say you're mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. When everyone tells us what we can be, how can we rewrite the stars? Say that the world can be ours tonight. All I want is to fly with you. All I want is to fall with you. So just give me all of you. It feels impossible. It's not impossible. Is it impossible? Say that it's possible. How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were meant to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart, 'cause you are the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. Why don't we rewrite the stars, changing the world to be ours? You know I want you. It's not a secret I tried to hide, but I can't have you. We're bound to break and my hands are tied. So Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. Graduating class, I share with you a few words as you begin this new chapter in your lives.
Have your eye on the goal, but then let it all go. For everything changes, as you will come to know. Every plan you make and every seed you sow is impermanent. Nothing is ever yours to own. Once you realize this, oh, you will see the truth that you never were the planter of your own fruits. But accept these gifts, even if you don't know from who, and kindly pay it forward to those behind you. Cause ultimately, what we take will always disappear, but what we give will live on for years. So keep giving of your stuff and yourself until your ego has completely melted. Be wary of the impact you want to make. Instead, make sure you are impacted each day. Have your eye on the sky, but still see the ants. For the small things are the foundation of all